Hello all and welcome. Rowdy Roo here, and today I'm taking you back in time. The year is 2012. The game is Lucious. It is about a very evil boy. Alright, let's get straight into it. Start a new game. I found this one in a Fanatical bundle currently. I paid $2. You get the complete Lucious collection. So I'll leave a link in the description for that one. Drop me a sub if you are interested in seeing more videos like this. Cover a lot of horror games and other indie gems when I can. At least once a week is my goal at the moment.
It's time to blow out the candles. Remember to make a wish, honey.
That's my boy.
Very good.
Happy birthday, son. Did you see that, Dad? Man, they grow up fast. I bet you can remember my 6th birthday like it was yesterday.
Bet he can't.
Mary, could you please clean up? Lucious can help you with the dishes. He can stay up later this evening to play with his new toys, but in bed no later than 10.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Later that evening. Is your stereotypical maid from the 80s, I guess? Oh god, that's not creepy at all, right? Love it. You got the demon eyes already. Okay.
It's almost 10 o'clock. Get ready for bed.
Okie dokie. Okay. Enter game tutorial, it looks like. All right. Okay, we're getting a padlock here. The game tutorial is kill the maid, it looks like. Okay. Shut the door. Put the padlock on there. And we need to turn the temperature up, it looks like. Okay. Wouldn't be the worst way to die, right? And the cold would be better than the heat, for sure. Alright. Come on, just lie down and go to sleep.
Hello? Somebody let me out.
Damn, he's got the cold eyes. Oh. Lucious, why you got to be so bad? Enter the crow. Hey, he's got the demon eyes. Love that. Love it. All right.
If I put the pieces together, this all started years back with the arrival of a new life. Dante Manor was a place filled with darkness, and there were outward ambitions and hidden histories in that house. I tried to help. I should not have become so involved. But how these things unfold when we are thrust on the scene, I can't account for it all. For my part in these events, I waive responsibility. But it's there. It's a mark I should have noticed. At its source, at the center of it all, was the boy.
Lucious. All right. Very good.
Lucious, there you are, and here I am, finally, face to face. It's okay, you can trust me. You know who I am, don't you?
I've got an idea.
I've come to speak to you about your calling, my boy. Each offering you bring me will make you big and mighty. It's a simple thing to do, Lucious. You can influence your future and become a master over all. But oh, so much to do, so much ahead of you. I have some things for the birthday boy.
Ooh.
There, on the desk.
Okay. Got the notebook. Very good.
You'll need this notebook. It will help you on your journey. Excellent.
Okay.
And look, a flashlight. This will help you find your way around at night. Go ahead, pick up your new toys and see how they work. Such a bright boy.
Okay. Want to combine that? Okay. Oh!
Now, Lucius, you need to do a little something.
Now I know who you are, for sure.
In the kitchen, you left the lock on the freezer door. You will need to get that padlock, Lucius, and hide it where nobody can find it. Otherwise, they will discover you.
Okay.
And believe me, you wouldn't want that to happen. Go now, get the padlock before the adults wake up.
Okay. Yes, sir. Let's go. All right. Padlock time. I kind of found my directional awareness in a previous little playthrough of the first couple of chapters, so I do know where I'm going. Otherwise I'd be running around trying to open all the doors, I reckon. So yeah, just to save a bit of frustration. There we go, we've got a padlock now. Got a map. Okay. I took the padlock and put it in my pocket, and no one will find it. May become useful later. Okay. As long as no one checks my pockets, I guess. And we got telekinesis, it appears. Very good. Very good. It looks like they find the maid in the morning.
Detective McGuffin, what do we got here?
It looks like a cardiac arrest, sir. The woman collapsed in the walk-in freezer. This was probably caused by the sudden change of temperature. She was in her mid-50s.
Typical of women her age. Did you talk with the owner of the house?
No, sir. They're waiting for you in the kitchen.
Typical of women her age to collapse in the freezer. Of course.
How can something like this happen, Detective?
Was it a seizure of some kind?
We'll look into it, but it looks like a case of misadventure. I'd ask that you stay clear of the kitchen and keep staff away while we clean up. Just relax and focus on getting life back to normal.
Thanks, Detective. We'll try our best.
Misadventure. Okay. Going into the freezer and collapsing. Okay. Very good. Okay. Smoking kills. Very good.
Hi, Jean. Thank goodness you're here. Things are a mess. This could have real negative repercussions in an election year.
It's a private matter, and an unfortunate accident. The press will keep out of it. I've seen to that.
I could always count on you, Jean. Make yourself at home while I tidy up some papers. Just ring for Alistair if you need anything.
Take all the time you need.
Okay. Very good. Okay, so we don't like this guy because he's a bit of a smoker. And smoking gives me a headache. Makes sense. For sure. We don't have chores so far. But I think you can pick these up, possibly. There's our telekinesis skill there. Okay. Alright. Okay, all complete. Behavior status just went up. I guess that's good. I'm not exactly sure what this one is, but I think you can pick it up. Like a water bottle, I think. Alright. I think you can also brush your teeth. If I can find the bathroom. Alright, let's just get on with it. I'm not sure if it matters or not.
I'm performing a delicate operation here.
Sure,
Why
guy.
don't you go downstairs and watch TV or something?
Alright, mate. We'll do that, huh? Okay. Oh, we picked up the screwdriver. Could be used for breaking something. How about the stove, eh? Okay. I think that did something, huh? Alright. Okay. So, oh yeah. This seems to rile him up a little bit. I think you can guess why. Alright.
Well, there you are, Lucious. Let me look at you. I believe you've grown since I last saw you.
Alright, we needed that.
Have you seen my matches?
No. Alright, let's go hide. I think if he sees you, you're sort of a bit of a failure condition. I'm not sure how he knew I've got them, but he'll be here soon. One thing I noticed about this game, when you open a door, it doesn't stay open. It kind of automatically shuts, so... Oh. Okay. Yeah, it said someone can see you, but didn't fail me, which is good. Yeah, go ahead, light your cigarette, you filthy bastard. Boom.
Oh, God help me!
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take the freezer over that any day. For sure. Alright. Alright, all we have to do now is wait. Let's go.
What can I say, Mr. Wagner? This is a real unfortunate series of events. Quite uncanny.
Gene was my campaign manager and a friend of the family for many years.
And a filthy smoker.
Lost without him.
Yeah.
I know this must be a difficult time for you, but we really must do an investigation here. I'll need to speak to your handyman about the gas leak. This shouldn't have happened. I had a feeling there was something weird going on in that house. I couldn't quite yet put the pieces together, so I took a step back for a while, let it brew. And after a few weeks, the call came in. Just when things were getting back to normal, there had been another accident in that godforsaken house. It happened on a rainy day. I think it was Tuesday. The janitor, who was known to be quite the drinker, was fixing a bathroom in the lower west wing.
Okay. We have to kill a filthy alcoholic now. Alright, got it. Got it. Let's do that. Let my friends come to pay me another visit. Hello, friend.
Hello, Lucious. Here we are again. You've been doing very well, haven't you?
Yes.
My, you make me proud.
Oh, yes.
But I must teach you some of the more, let us say, subtle arts which you can use. You can train your mind to move objects at your will. Here, let me show you how.
Okay, I've already used this skill, right?
Excellent. Very good.
Ah, yes, indeed. Get in the freaking box.
Excellent.
Come on. Huh. Alright. Rate the coffee cup.
Very good. Now you know what to do, my son. You must continue with your mission and bring these souls. Be careful, but show no mercy.
Yes, sir. May we go now? Okay. Very good. Okay. So consider dropping me a sub if you're interested in these kind of games or just games in general. Alright. I would appreciate that.
Did you sleep well?
Yes. Yes, I did, Mummy. Okay. Where are we going? Here's a bathroom. I think we can brush our teeth as well. Because that's what good little boys do that don't kill anyone. There we go. Brush my teeth. That just made me a good little boy. 75% good little boy. Okay. Looks like we've got Ivor. We've got to go find him, it looks like. I've got a hunch he's downstairs fixing the toilet right now. So let's see if we can find him, eh? There he is. Okay, what have I got to say? He's a drunk. He probably won't notice if I change his plans up a bit. Okay. Doesn't even notice if I take his wrenches. Alright. He's having a good time. Okay, what are we doing? We're trying to change this plan up now. Okay, I've got his wrenches. Okay. So equip that pen. Let's change his plans up, huh? Done.
There you are. Did you sleep well?
Yes, dear. Yes, Mummy. Don't spot me, please. Okay. Very good. Get under there. Let's go. Boom. Haha. I'm really sorry about this, Ivor, but you gotta go. You got to go. Oh. Splat. Very nice. Okay.
I hate to tell you this, Mr. Wagner, but it seems your handyman was drunk as a skunk. He was an accident waiting to happen.
I was going to fire him after the other incidents, but I just didn't have the heart. It's hard enough to keep the staff here with recent events.
You can't blame yourself. This might be the worst case of professional neglect I've ever come across. While this might explain the gas leak, it still doesn't explain the death in the walk-in cooler. The autopsy on the maid was inconclusive, but we're still working on the theory she had a poor heart or circulation problems and fainted.
Okay. Alright, folks, I might leave it there for now. Drop me a sub if you want to see more games like this. Leave a comment if you want me to continue this one. Until next time, Rowdy Roo out.